Okay, well, hello everyone. Nobody showed up today but my mom. Hi, Mom. Okay, so tonight we are going to be talking about what you want. I'm Tammy Ramsey, certified Optavia coach. I've been doing this for 6 years. So knowing what you want to accomplish, and this is something that you can utilize in everything in life. So I just want to ask you, what is it that you want? Like, you probably think, you want better health. A lot of us think we want better health. We want great relationships with our family and friends. We want to be part of our community, have stress-free, joyful days, and feel like we have the resources and time for spiritual and recreational fulfillment. But have you ever thought that we probably spend more time planning vacations than we do planning our day-to-day activities, whether that be motion, sleep, our nutrition, all of the things? Like, how much time are you actually spending taking care of yourself? TV commercials sell sickness. It's all about take a prescription for this, although there's going to be side effects, like your hair is going to fall out, chance of diarrhea, chance that your car tires will fall off when you take a road trip. So anyways, but they also want everything. They're telling you everything is quick and easy if it comes in a box, which is not healthy for us, right? It really does promote television, a lot of unhealthy choices. And I'm going to tell you, working from a television background, they don't have to give you any facts on things that they sell. They can tell you it promises to make your hair thicker and fuller. So anyways, not always true. So in this element, we're going to identify what you want. We talked about last week in element 1, we talked about what motivates you, what your why is, talked about looking at your future self so that you know what you want in life. So this is a little deeper. So we want to identify what you want to work on, develop a strategy to help you start creating your desired change. We're going to explore how ready you are. We kind of did that a little bit last time. We did the 1 through 6 questions, but we're going to do that even further. We're going to find out how ready, confident, willing you are to engage in each of the 6 macro habits of health. And this is what Optavia teaches. This is out of our life book, and Habits of Health, created by Dr. Wayne Anderson. So this is a statement from Dr. Anderson right out of the book. When we talk about what we want, it is usually tied to a pleasure principle rather than lasting satisfaction. And I think about a piece of pie. Wow, that pie would taste so good right now. It's a nice summer day, and I would really like this piece of like lemon meringue pie or banana cream pie, and it would just taste so yummy in my mouth. But we don't think about the long-lasting satisfaction in our lives. And we don't think about how that pie is going to make us feel in an hour when we want to just lay down and go to sleep because we've just had sugar overload. So we confuse the things that bring us immediate pleasure with the things that lead to lasting fulfillment, like making healthier choices, choosing not to eat the pie, possibly to just, focus on the lean and green meal that you might be having. Most of the things that create pleasure are only present while we are doing them. So they've also proven that they did a PET scan of brains, and a brain on cocaine and a brain on sugar, all the same areas light up in your brain. So if you're eating a lot of high sugary things and carbohydrates, there's a lot of carbohydrates, your pastas and your breads. If you're eating too many of those process and turn into sugar. So they can also stimulate you in those ways. So what is it that you want? Do you know? Have you really thought through? Did you do the exercises last week and write down your why you want to change and make the differences, and what your future self looks like at your healthier self? So the skill set we're going to talk about is, which area do you want to focus on and where do you want to start? So for a lot of you on here watching this recording, you may be interested in healthy weight management, right? I mean, we're still working on healthy weight management. So you may be interested in healthy eating and hydration. Maybe you don't eat the healthiest. You might be fit and trim. My dad is a great example. He's in fabulous shape. He's 77 and he is has a body of a 40-year-old, but he eats horrible. I mean, he doesn't eat the healthiest things. Hydration is very important. Healthy motion, healthy sleep and energy management, healthy mind and healthy surroundings. All of these things are important, but are they important to you at this time in this moment? So I want you to take a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to think about and write down. We'll give mom this little exercise. She can be my guinea pig. So I want you to think about in your weight management, are you willing to give up some things and create others? So anything in our lives, we need to focus on maybe changing the way that we eat, right? We're going to talk about just our weight right now, just our weight. So if you're wanting to lose weight, you know that you have to decrease your carb intake or increase your calorie burn, okay? And I will tell you that you will never outrun your fork. So never. So it is very important on what you put into your body, but you need to ask yourself, am I willing at this moment in time to focus on getting to a healthier weight? Am I willing to see myself at that future weight and to work towards that goal and to take steps necessary? So write down 0 to 10, 0 being, it's not important at all. I don't even know why you're talking to me about this right now. Maybe it's a 5, you're kind of in the middle, you think it's important, but you're not really ready to give up, tortillas, or you're not really to give up chips or ice cream. Or maybe it's the most important thing in your life. Maybe you have some health issues that are affecting you, or maybe it's just you have no energy and no stamina to keep up with your kids. Maybe when you come home from a long day of work, all you want to do is lay on the couch and do nothing, right? Confidence ruler. How confident are you? And we kind of talked about this in the readiness factor last week. So do you think I can't reach my goal? I've done all these other programs and things out there where I lost weight and I gained it all back, and it just does me no good. Like, are you already giving up before you're even thinking about trying because you don't have that confidence? Do you think maybe, I could lose 20 pounds, but I probably won't lose the 50 pounds I want to? Y'all don't even know. When I do a health assessment with somebody, a lot of times I'm like, well, how much weight would you like to lose if that's what their goal is? And they're like, no, I don't know, 40. And as we get talking, all of a sudden it's, well, I really need to lose 65, but I just don't think I could ever get to that weight. So where are you on the confidence ruler? 10, I will definitely achieve my goal. Can you see it? Can you taste it? Can you feel it? The readiness ruler. This is, how ready am I to make a change? Am I ready to do whatever my coach Tammy tells me to, or if you have another coach, whatever your coach is telling you? Am I willing to dive into all 4 components of Optavia, for instance? We have 4 components. There's the education, there's our fuelings, there is our community, which is through Facebook or live events that we have, or like this event. And then there's the coach, which is me. How ready are you to dive in to making changes in your life? Write that on a piece of paper. Where are you at? I'm not ready to change it all. I'm thinking about it. I'm on the fence, which would be a 5, or your 10. I'm in and I'll do whatever it takes. Maybe it is you are physically fit, but you don't eat the healthiest. You still are eating chips and sugary things and candy bars and those things, or drinking large consumptions of alcohol. You're consuming large amounts of alcohol. So what is your willingness to change and focus on eating more nutritionally? What are you willing to be open and curious and explore what it looks like to have leaner proteins, to have healthier vegetables? There are low, moderate, high glycemic vegetables. Are you willing to try some vegetables that might not be in your fridge right now? So eating is very important. Are you willing to instead of starving yourself and eating 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day, are you willing to try eating 6 small meals a day? So on the willingness ruler, how willing are you to change and to make a difference in your eating habits? Not important at all? Or 5, about as important as everything else? Or 10, it's really important and I want to change nutritionally and I want to add more water into my days, because water is the most nutritional thing that you can intake. So write down on your piece of paper 1 through 10, willingness to focus on eating and hydration. Your confidence ruler, again, how confident are you that you can make the changes? How confident are you that if you go out to eat with friends, how confident are you that you can make healthy choices? Okay. So not at all. 5, 50%, maybe I could. Or 10, you are like totally on board and I will definitely achieve my goal. You can see it happening. And then the readiness ruler, 1 to 10, how ready are you to do what it takes to make the changes that need to happen to make you feel better, to give you more energy? So is this an area where you want to work on? Habits of motion, and all these things are tied together. And in our program, we focus on the nutritional part first. We focus on that healthy eating, healthy hydration first. And then 2 to 3 weeks into the program, we start encouraging you to work on your motion. And motion is going to look like this to start with. Did you know that just by sitting upright in your chair, say if you have a desk job, so sitting upright and engaging your core, so squeezing your core muscles, just picturing it like a zipper zipping from the bottom all the way to the top of your chest that you've just tightened your core. This is actually a calorie burner because you're engaging your muscles. You may not feel your muscles right now, but if you do that often enough and visualize that your muscles are tightening, they will tighten and you'll feel it. The other thing is standing. So you can stand, and it's also standing straight, holding your back straight. Both feet are firmly on the ground. You're engaging your core and you're holding everything in. Okay. That's called non-exercise activities thermogenesis. Things that you do just by engaging your muscles. There's no actual motion involved, okay? So we start you off there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add like 10 minutes a week of walking. And you're going to start off slow. And if 10 minutes is all you can do, you don't want to do over 10 minutes, then be there. Have a goal for yourself. I have a Apple Watch. You can have a Fitbit or whatever, but I would keep track of how many steps you take and always try to increase them every week so that you can just burn more calories, right? So, and what we work on too is creating micro habits. So I believe in doing something every day. So I do yoga every day, although I've missed like the last 2 days, but I try to do yoga every day because for me, it became more of a habit for me. I've been doing it for about 5 years now. It became more of a habit for me by doing it every day. There's some days I just wake up and as soon as I get done with my breakfast, I just go get my clothes on and then I roll my mat out and I go. But when I first started, it looked like I finish my breakfast, I go and I put my yoga clothes on and I get busy doing something else. And then I have to go in and get my mat and roll my mat out and remember to do my yoga, but at least I got dressed. So your micro habit is to get dressed in whatever you're going to work out in. Put your sneakers on if you're going to go for a walk. That's a micro habit. And then your macro habit is that you actually do the deed and you go and walk 10 minutes every day. Maybe it's every morning, maybe it's at night with your family. So on a willingness ruler, on a 1 to 10 scale, how willing are you to create healthy motion in your life? And is this one of your top priorities? So mark on there again, whether it's not important at all or the most important thing in your life with a 10. Again, with your confidence ruler, because it's important that that you believe in yourself, that you can do anything that you set your mind to. I can believe in you, and I can tell you, I know you can be successful because I have seen thousands of people be successful. Okay. I've gone to conventions where the last convention I was physically at, there were 6,000 people, and they were all people that were getting healthy on a health journey, and they were willing to move and make changes. So they believed in themselves. You have to believe in yourself. And if you don't, I'll believe in you, but you need to eventually believe in yourself that you can succeed and do whatever you choose to do. So really think about, if I wanted to create a habit of motion, how successful would I be? How willing am I to do it? And how confident am I that I'm going to get there? And how ready am I to make those changes? How ready am I to get up in the morning and put on my yoga clothes or my workout clothes, right? So habits of healthy sleep and energy management. I tell you what, as we get older, our hormones change, right? Men as well. Your testosterone lowers. I'm really sorry to burst anybody's bubble, but it does. For women, our estrogen and progesterone and we quit making one of those or both of those, even if you go through menopause. So that can affect your sleep, but there are things that you can do, and there are things that we work on with you to help you to create better sleep habits. I don't know if you ever remembered learning, I remember with my kids, I read everything there was out there about kids and how to be a good parent, right? And I remember reading about how for kids, they need a bedtime routine, right? You need to do like a bath, you need to read to them, and then you put them into bed, their own bed, with a night light or whatever, but it's like the same thing, the same time every day. And that becomes a habit, and a healthy habit that you create for them to help them to have better sleep. Well, so that's basically what we do. And what we need to do is you need to have a healthy habit. The first thing is fallacy that you can get up and go to bed Monday through Thursday, party like a rock star Friday and Saturday, and just sleep in and wake up whenever you want to. That creates this groggy, out of balance, confused body. You might be super tired on Sunday, you might be super tired on Monday, but have you ever have a really fun weekend, but then you get up on a Monday morning and you are dragging? Well, probably you didn't get enough sleep, and you didn't sleep in the same pattern that you normally sleep in. So like my goal is I go to bed at 9 o'clock every night, and we're up at 5:30 or 6 every day. So that's just something we always stick to, no matter if it's a Friday or Saturday. And don't get me wrong, we might go to a concert every now and again, but we immediately go home and go to bed. And I'm not telling you young people that you have to give up, living life. You can do that. I'm just saying that the best health and restorative sleep you can get is in a steady routine. So sleep is where our bodies actually restore, heal, regenerate, all those things that our bodies need to help us to be healthy. It also helps us with our energy management. So even if you are very physically active and you are just super, super busy, it's not a bad thing to, after lunch, close your eyes for a few minutes. It can be very restorative. I wouldn't say sleep for a long amount of time, but 10, 15 minutes, just close your eyes and rest, and it'll make you feel tons better. But getting 7 to 8 hours a night of sleep for an adult is very good. 8's best, but 7 is good as well. Some people work better on 7. But that is also, if you are starting to notice that you're putting on weight a lot of the times, and you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm eating healthy. I mean, of course, it is still going to be tied to nutrition, but a lot of it can be tied to that you're not sleeping enough, not getting enough sleep. So is this an area where you need to work on? Because this is something that we work on in this life book as we go along. This is something that we teach. So again, do the willingness. How willing are you to create and work on creating a healthy sleep pattern? how confident are you that you can create a healthy sleep pattern and that that would work for you? And how ready are you to investigate and work on yourself to make those things happen? So this is my all-time favorite. And I feel like that I thought I had a healthy mind. I've always been an upbeat, positive person, but there was a time in my life when I was stuck in victim mode, and I don't know how I got there. I mean, there's been times I've been a victim in my life, and I'm sure at some point we all have been some sort of victim. But when you actually get stuck in victim mode, you are like below the line thinking, you are judgmental, you shame, blame, think you're the only one that's right in the world, or just think you have to be right. You have to win an argument. I mean, ask my husband. I always thought I was right and I have to win an argument. But now I don't. A lot of the times I think about it and I'm like, is it really worth me saying anything? No, I can just know in here I'm right.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, but a healthy mind, it's not just about that thinking, but that's below the line thinking. Above the line thinking is being open and curious and coming from a creative state. It's also recognize when you have negative thoughts and you're speaking negative thoughts, right? If we're saying have to, shoulds, would have, I should have, I could have. If you're saying all of those things, then you're probably have a negative thing going on and you need to just kind of shift. So how important is a healthy mindset? And if you're in a healthy mindset and you're being open and curious, it can make you a better parent, a better spouse, a better friend, a better sister, a better brother, like all of the things. So there again, willingness. How willing are you to work on a healthy mind? How willing are you to be self-aware and start understanding what drives you as a person? Maybe understand whether you're an emotional eater or not. And when you catch yourself emotionally eating, what emotion is driving you? Be that self-aware and be aware that you can control anything with your mind, right? We are in control of all of our thoughts, whether we actually realize it or not. So again, confidence ruler, mark it. Readiness ruler, how ready are you to work and make changes? Your healthy surroundings, you are more like the 5 people that you are closest to in your life. So if that's your family, I want you to think about this. A lot of people say, well, I'm overweight because that's just in my genes. It's genetics. So you know what? There's probably a percentage of that that's accurate, but there's a higher percentage that it's all the recipes that's been handed down, right? So I started out cooking all the things my mother cooked. My mother was eating all the things her mother cooked. Her mother was eating all the things her mother cooked. Guess what? Everybody was overweight because we're all cooking and eating the same thing. So somewhere we have to make the change. And part of that is in this creating your healthy surroundings, surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded, whether they're trying to be better people and become more self-aware, they're working on their health, they're working on their weight management, they're working on their motion, surrounding yourself with those things. It's also the sabotage trigger too for you is if you buy something at the store that you shouldn't eat, you have no control over eating, you should not sabotage yourself at the grocery store and bring it home and put it in your cupboard. That's surrounding yourself with temptations and things that you will eat and not choose healthy on. So how willing are you to go through your surroundings and throw away bags of chocolate and throw away chips and throw away the loaf of bread you ate or go feed it to the birds or whatever? Like, how willing are you to change your environment? Confidence ruler, how confident are you that even if you change your environment, you could make those healthy choices, and how ready are you to make those? So for each macro habit, take time to define how important it is to make a change. So whichever one that you wanted to focus on the most, like put that as number 1 and then label them. Okay, 1 through 7. These are the habits that I want to change. I want to first focus on nutrition and hydration, then weight management, then motion, then healthy sleep, then your healthy mind, healthy surroundings, or maybe you want to do healthy surroundings in another order. How confident are you to make the changes and how ready are you to make the changes? You have to have that self-talk. Mom and I both talk to ourselves all the time. We answer ourselves too, and it's okay, people. We're not insane. We're very intelligent, but you have to ask yourself the question and be sure that you feel ready to go on your journey, no matter what that journey is. So what does this element mean to you right now? At the end of every element in this life book, this is what we teach, and this is what we ask is, what does this mean to you? Did any of those things resonate with you as things that you need to change in your life, that you need to improve? And what did this element give you the opportunity to reflect on? Maybe you didn't understand that there's a victim mode and an above the line, a below the line and above the line thinking. Maybe you've never realized that that negative and positive is sort of in those areas. Maybe you didn't realize you'd forgotten that you're in control of your own thoughts. So what actions are you going to take as a result of this element? So are you going to choose to make changes? Well, I don't care if it's joining Optavia and letting me be your health coach. I don't care if it's that. I want you to do whatever makes you happy, but and whatever helps you grow as a person. So whatever path that means for you, but whatever you do, don't just sit by idle and do nothing. Make decisions and try to be the best you that you can be, because by you being the best you and being open and curious, you can help others to be open and curious and be their best selves as well. Also, Optavia is doing a thing. If y'all are interested in being a health coach like me, if you help 3 to 4 clients, you get a $150 bonus. So that looks like about $650 a month. If you get 5 clients or more, you get $250 bonus, and it's the first 30 days. And then you get about that's $750 a month. If you get 5 new clients and you become certified, that's $600 bonus on top of the $500. So that's $1,100 a month. And this is the only time they've ever done this. But you could, if the next week you decided, hey, I'm gonna join Optavia and I'm gonna bring 5 friends with me, then you would get $150 or $250 bonus. So you'd get $750, right? So the next month you decide you're going to bring on 5 more people. So those 5 more people, plus you become a certified coach, those 5 more people, you'd have 10 clients. You would be getting about $1,800 a month with the $600 bonus. So, or actually, yep, that's right. Yeah. So anyways, if you're interested, reach out and ask me. I love my job. I love coaching. I love that I can take time off and spend with my mom while they're here for 2 weeks and work maybe, I think I've worked about 10 hours in the past 2 weeks. So I can adjust my schedule. I like the time freedom, and I love helping people. So if you're interested in that, please reach out. But healthy trails to everyone. Hope this has been helpful. Bye.